Hi guys, it's Shipface here, and in this video I'm going to be taking you on a Virgin Voyages food tour. No matter what ship you're on, if it's Scarlet Lady, Resilient Lady, Valiant Lady, or the Enter Service in near future Brilliant Lady, all the restaurants are identical. So no matter what ship you're on, this video is helpful for you. Now what's so good about the food on Virgin Voyages is that it's all included. You don't have to pay any extra for it no matter what room you're in. It is all included, so it's a really good variety of food they offer on Virgin Voyages, and it's really good quality. So come along with me on my food tour to go around each restaurant, and we will talk about what they do, how good the service is, and just talk about how the restaurant is. And so Virgin Voyages basically have 6 main restaurants that you book on the evening, and you do it through the app. It's quite easy, but it does take some time to get used to. So we're going to start off with those ones. So we have Razzle Dazzles, Pink Argyle, The Wake, the Test Kitchen, Extra Virgin, and Gumby. So we're going to start off with Razzle Dazzles. So Razzle Dazzles actually has a naughty and nice menu. I'll put an example here on the side. And basically, if it's a vegetarian or vegan option, it's nice, and if it's a meat option, it's naughty. So they're trying to get you to try kind of like vegan, vegetarian stuff. We had like rainbow churros and some random cookie thing. We ate that for breakfast a few times, but we didn't eat that for dinner. But it was a really interesting like atmosphere, and definitely somewhere to try out if you are on board. Now moving on to Pink Argyle, which is the Mexican restaurant on board. Walking through this like light tunnel. Every restaurant has a really good entrance on board Virgin Voyages, as they are the most Instagrammable ship there is. So this is the Mexican on board. I didn't actually eat there on my cruise, my parents did, and they said it was absolutely amazing. I don't have any pictures of the food, but they said it was really good. So by their recommendation, I recommend coming to Pink Argyle while on board. Now we're moving on to Test Kitchen. Now you have to get ready for this one if you book it. It's basically you're transported into a scientific laboratory, and you're given weird food to try and test. You get like a mushroom pate that's in the shape of a mushroom. Then you get like this egg next course. It's like a 7-course meal if I'm not mistaken, and each one is paired with a cocktail that does come at an additional cost. But you have a mushroom that tastes like a mushroom, which is shaped. Then you have an egg with peas, and then you have a steak that looks like it's been like splattered all over the plate with chocolate, and then you had like this cheese dessert thing. It was really weird, but it was a really cool experience. You got to see them making some of the food, so I definitely would recommend it. Like I said at the beginning, all the food on Virgin Voyages was really nice, and it is included. So there's always the gallery that we'll get onto later if you don't like the food. So let's move on to Extra Virgin, which is the Italian restaurant on board where they make their own fresh pasta. I was on a 3-night cruise, so I didn't actually eat here. You only book 1 per night, so I could only pick 3 out of the 6. So I'm going to use this time by saying I did a whole ship tour on Valiant Lady, so definitely go and check that out, links in the description below. I also did a vlog that I ate in every restaurant on the ship. Now I said I didn't eat in here, so that's obviously not 100% true, but I did eat in every restaurant. You can just walk up and go and get something to eat, which is like 10-11 restaurants. So definitely go and check that out, because I tried every single one and gave you my honest opinion on it. Link will be in the description below. So let's move on to the Wake, which is the more traditional steak restaurant on board, which you'll find like on other cruise ships like Chops Grill, Butcher's Cut. But what's good about this one, it's included, and you get really good views of the Wake. Now look at that, there's not much better views on the cruise ship. So yeah, this is a steak restaurant on board, and it's really good. So I'll definitely try and book this one if you are on there. There is like places like Test Kitchen and like the Gumby that we're going to get onto next. But this is just, you'll have a nice meal here. A really good steak, good sides. So yeah, I would definitely recommend 100% to book the Wake. And the last of the so-called main restaurants that I say is Gumby. This is a shared experience, so you book it for 2, but it will be a shared table, and basically they cook it in front of you in that little like circle thing, whatever that is called. So you can get really nice views of this. This is the only meal that we really didn't like. Like, it wasn't great. The service was not great, and that kind of ruined the meal. The food was okay. It was just a bit strange. More strange than Tex Kitchen in my opinion. So yeah, it was okay, but I wouldn't 100% recommend this one. All the other ones were absolutely amazing. This one just didn't hit the mark. So now we are going to move on to the gallery, which is not a buffet. They didn't want to call it a buffet. It is a food court. So you have lots of different selection, and here's a little like map to tell you where everything is. So we have hot off press paninis, noodle around, tacos, dine and dash. We have some like ice creams, burger bars, you name it, it's here, and we're going to go through each one right now. So some of my filming doesn't have menus, so I will give you a brief of what they have. So Noodle Around did some noodle dishes, plus amazing, and when I mean amazing ramens, are really good. Hot Off the Press Paninis did a variety of paninis. Let's Taco About did a variety of tacos. This does have a menu. If you want to pause it, it is on here. We have some avocado, some really nice love tacos. Dine and Dash is the 24-hour breakfast. I had breakfast at midnight. Like, how good is that? Full English, anything really. They could put it all together. This was the sushi place, and then Burger Bar is burgers. Well Breaded is like freshly baked bread, and here's the menu anyway. Like sandwiches, really they did it really nice. The sweet side was just desserts. It changed most days, but it was really nice. The daily mix was like salads and soups. That was where you go for this. And what I really liked was this grab and go, which was like fruit, and sometimes there was sushi there in like the fridges during the day. Really good addition. I really like that. More buffets should have that on the exit so you can grab something, especially when you're going off for a long excursion. So let's move on to more of the snacky options. So we have the pizza place, which was the pizza restaurant on board, and it had a really big variety of pizzas, and they were all made fresh to order. You had like a buzzer and you would go back and get it, and they'd be whole pizzas as well, not just slices that other cruise lines give you, whole pizzas. A really nice outdoor area as well, especially if you're going around the Caribbean or the Mediterranean. Not really good for the UK weather, but definitely a really good place. I didn't have any pictures of the pizza I had, unfortunately. So the next place is the Dock House. Now, I swear, between the next two places, 90% of the ship spent their time here. The food here was like small tapas bar snacks kind of thing, and when I say the shrimp was delicious, the shrimp was amazing. So they did goat cheese, grilled shrimp, Spanish octopus, and fire roasted chicken thigh, which was amazing. They also had this really weird seat here. I just wanted to put it in for the sake of it. I've never seen anything like it, but yeah, definitely come to the food dock if you want just a nice little snack in the afternoon. And the next place is the social club, and like I said, these two are next to each other, and I swear 95-75% of the ship were literally here most of the time. They did like small things like hot dogs, like they did like popcorn sometimes. It was a bit like the Dock House, but just more like a social club, which is what it's called. Air hockey, football table was all included, and it was just a really nice vibe in there. Plus an amazing retro arcade, like Pac-Man, Mario, Defender, Space Invader. Like, is this Space Invader? Am I thinking that right? There, Space Invaders. That's it. Yeah, it was so good, and it was all included. This is one thing that's amazing about Virgin Voyages, is that it's all included in the price of your cruise. And the last place I'm going to cover on my food tour of Virgin Voyages, and I hate Richard Branson for making me say this again, Lick Me Till Ice Cream. Yeah, lots of different flavours. You can have it in a cup, cone, and yeah, it was really nice flavours, lots of good variety, and that concludes our food tour. So yeah, I really do think Virgin Voyages did hit the mark with the food. There's a few things where I don't think they got fully right. I think the fitness side, I think people enjoy it. I didn't use it as much, but it looks good facilities. The swimming pool area, we're about to get onto it. Like, what the hell is that? Yeah, I don't think they hit the mark there. But food, it all being included, all being really good. I think it's I think they did hit the mark with the food, in my opinion. If I was going to go on them again, that would be the reason, because the food was really good, and it's all included, so you don't have to worry about any specialty restaurants or any of that jazz. So yeah, it's and they also got a good variety of cuisines as well. So they have a Mexican, Italian, and they have the steak restaurant we're currently in at the moment, and then they have little snacks like the Mediterranean tapas. There's just a good variety, and that's all included. It's really good in my opinion. So yeah, thank you so much. If you have any questions about any of the food, put in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you may have about Virgin Voyages food. If you like what you see, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel. It's very much appreciated, and it really does help me out. I'm also on Instagram, TikTok and Twitter, so links in the description below. Go and follow me on those platforms. Thank you so much for watching. It's been Shitfaced here, and I'll see you guys in the next video.